Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. Recently I went to the cinema to see The Counselor, which stars Brad Pitt, Cameron Diaz, Penelope Cruz, and Javier Bardem, whom I absolutely love. If I saw Javier walking down the street like any normal guy, I would probably sneak up behind him and go, "Arr!" Yeah, I would hug the ever-loving dickens out of him, just because I think that he is very alluring, and I don't know why, but I'm very much drawn to him. But despite that, this movie really sucked. The only thing I really enjoyed about this film was the allegory, and the allegory was really splendidly done, and there's a lot of philosophy in it, which I also liked quite a bit. The music was good. The music really fit the mood and the ambiance. Basically, it's a movie about greed and excess and getting in too deep. It's actually a very depressing film, and it was by the same director of No Country for Old Men, which I also absolutely loathed. The whole mechanization of plot, you really don't know where it's going or where it's heading until the movie is almost halfway over, and I understood where they were going with it, but it was just really tangled and almost unmanageable. And I thought, Ridley, I really love your work, but this is horrible. And yeah, there was one scene in this film where they where Ridley takes Cameron Diaz's character, Michaela, I think her name was, or something very exotic, but she literally has sex on a car. I mean, a Ferrari, and she bumps and grinds it, and I was just literally going, yeah, I felt like I was going to puke. Perfectly good car. No reason for it to get womanly juices all over it, and no, it was very graphic. It was unnecessary, but I guess it proved quite a bit of a plot point. It just proved that her character had so much allure and power over him, and she could do whatever she wanted, including make passionate love to his car and ejaculate all over it. But anyway, spoiler alert. Penelope Cruz, her accent is a little bit difficult to interpret throughout the film, and this movie comes across as that kind of person that is, it's your friend, it's somebody that you've known for quite some time, but yet there is this nagging quirk about this particular friend, and you just cannot tolerate it. And you can't bear it anymore, and you think, dude, you're really depressing me. Your negative vibes are clouding everything in this room, within the entire vicinity, and they're affecting me. And it's really ticking me off. So I would really appreciate it if he would just step away, or I would kindly take some steps back and then run it like heck. This is the kind of movie where, I mean, if you like allegory, yeah, it's really well done with allegorical references, and I really like the cheetahs in this movie. They also resemble something within the duration of the story, and I just think that they're gorgeous animals, and they're one of my favorite big cats in the whole wide world. But it just, I think it meant that they were slaves to their own desires, and which they were. I mean, they're sensual creatures. So, I mean, both Javier's character and Maliqua, or whatever the hell her name was. I mean, I just, I didn't really care for this film that much. It was just not really my cup of tea. I think it was even worse than No Country for Old Men, which I know got a lot of plaudits and a lot of Oscars. Well, who cares? I really don't give a crap. I hated that movie, and I hate this one too. And I mean, it just was horrid. It just was terrible. And I was just sitting there, and my dad says, I don't know where this is going. I'm completely lost. And we were the same way with No Country for Old Men. We just thought, oh, it's going to be a great movie, blah, blah, blah. He actually talked me into seeing this, so actually I felt like I was getting my due diligence and payback. As far as movies are concerned, um, I'll give it a thumb. I mean, a lot of the backdrops and the scenery and what goes some of the death scenes. I thought the death scenes were really well done. I really liked that. The car chase scene with Javier was good. I enjoyed that. The philosophy, when they go into a lot of that philosophy, and we are what we create and all that. It's, I've heard that before. And when you die, the universe that you created dies along with you, and there's just such finality in that. And he talks about the futility of existence, and that actually drove me back to Ecclesiastes. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity, nothing is new under the sun. And I thought, yeah, absolutely, I couldn't have said it better myself, Solomon. But that was what came to mind when I saw this film. I just really didn't enjoy it all that much, and it just felt like a waste of my time. So if you're going to go see this movie, don't bother seeing it. Wait for something better to come along. I'm definitely not going to see Bad Grandpa, even though I do like Johnny Knoxville, and it's just not really my cup of tea. It is more of a guy's film. Guys that really don't have a lot of brain cells. No offense, I'm sorry. I guess not every guy who goes to see a Jackass movie or movie like Bad Grandpa is lacking in intelligence, but the less erudite crowd will probably be more driven to see a movie that has absolutely zero plot and zero value in it. Or they can go see The Counselor and be entertained either way, and get to see Cameron Diaz jacking off on a car, if they're into that kind of thing. Yeah. Perfectly good Ferrari. Ruined. Ooh. That was the one thing that kind of irked me. I thought if I were his character, I would get that car completely scoured and redetailed. I would have it painted a different color. And I would forget that the whole thing ever happened. He had a sense that she was bad news. He actually talked to Brad Pitt's character, and this is the first movie I've seen with Brad Pitt actually having a bad role in it. In any kind of movie that he has ever done, because usually he has the Midas touch and that he can do no wrong, just like Matt Damon. But the informant, informant, crap. But anyway, yeah, even good actors have awful films like this one. So I'm gonna give it a thumb. I'm not gonna give it any stars though. Maybe a star, because yeah, I like the whole depiction of getting in over one's head, but it was just depressing because the counselor was the only one that lived in the end, and his wife got killed, and ugh, it was just terrible, awful. Just don't see it. I mean, the whole movement of the plot in and of itself is just so scatterbrained, and it's like ADD on crack, and ugh, just don't bother seeing it. Unless, of course, you like all these characters, and no amount of persuasion would keep you from paying the full price for this piece of offal. But I've said my piece, and that's all I have to say about The Counselor, and that's it.